Welcome, Sagittarius Capricorn, to your November Astrodice reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys. Hope you all had a wonderful Halloween. Let's see what's going on in November. And best message. And for those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. So, best house. Best house. Got this Mars retrograde going on right now, guys, and it's really kind of messing with people. So let's see what's going on with you. We do have the sun coming out with Scorpion energy in the third house. So talk about that sun, talking about self. The immortal spirit, purpose, destiny is involved. Trying to figure out, where am I going in Scorpio? Scorpion energy the energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, magnetically charming, and also secretive and possessive. So you might even feel like you are being a little secretive and possessive about something, trying to keep it to yourself. It is within your energy. And you know, hey, you know what? We all have secrets of what I need to do for my own destiny. I can't be telling everybody all my secrets, right? Between me, myself, and God. In the third house, your potential to learn something in your local neighborhood. So there is definitely something you are trying to learn, and I do feel like there is a little bit of a secretive side to you at this time, trying to keep this kind of to yourself. I don't want everybody in the world to know what I'm doing. It doesn't mean I didn't tell my bestie. It doesn't mean I didn't tell my mom or my husband or whoever, right? It just means that the overall means it's my secret, or it means you could literally be telling absolutely no one. You know what? And sometimes we don't want people to downplay our ideas. Sometimes secrets are good, you know, because they can mess up that. Try to give you negative feelings about the situation. Then you'll never get to what your soul and destiny really needs to be when everybody has an opinion. Okay, you wish upon a star, you don't tell people. So, trying to learn something about the situation, you might have even learned something about the situation. So let's see exactly what's going on over here for you. It does feel like you do have a tower moment right now. But the tower doesn't always have to be a horrifying thing. Yes, it causes chaos, and it can cause, you know, disruption within your life, your mind. It doesn't have to be your whole life. It could be just within the mind, the idea and understanding that, you know what, I've been inspired. Maybe this job came crashing down, but it doesn't mean it's the end of my life or the end of the world over here, right? And this is pretty much what's kind of going on with you, is getting to this point of, you know what, this is kind of maybe even a little heartbreaking for the moment, but it's an inspiration that maybe I need to, you know, that I needed to maybe have to be able to pick up the broken pieces to really even get better at where I need to be. Right? Under the Scorpio, yeah. I'm not allowing it to affect me too much. The Five of Cups in reverse underneath the Scorpion energy, you know, it's just one of those things where it's just like, you know what, I can see where the mess is. I see what's going on. So it's not something that you're denying. You're not in denial. You see what the mess is, and you're thoughtfully thinking about how you're going to put back together. But it was like, almost like in the beginning of the month, you have this like, oh, this is gone. But you know what? There's other things we can do. Yeah. Because right now, I don't have my 10 of Cups. Right now, I don't have the satisfying things in my life or the satisfaction that I want from the situation. So the Tower is actually just bringing in more inspiration to get you going. What you've learned in the situation is literally, maybe it was for the best in the end, because now I can get to the 10 of Cups. So it's almost like you're having this kind of aha moment within your life and this awakening of the expansion of what's going on within the whole situation. what you're learning is, maybe I hated that job, and maybe it is time for me to find something better. Of course, those are just examples. You can take it how it resonates, you know, or this love. Maybe they never could give me what I wanted, and now it is actually time. Maybe I was holding on to something I really, truly didn't need. And now I can seize the opportunity to grow and find the opportunities and actually be able to progress, right? So definitely no denial over here about what just happened. If anything, it's going to be more inspiring for you because it's going to get you thinking, and as you're thinking, you can start moving. Absolutely. With the Six of Cups, it's time to move. With the commitment, a lot of you, it's a relationship that you knew was toxic, and you know that you need to get out of it. And you know what? And it's like, this is a toxic relationship. I know this is where, you know, I needed to get out. It's been going on for too long. It has no growth. It had nothing. And maybe this is the biggest breakthrough of them all. And no matter whether, like I said, it's a job, however it is, it's like you've been holding on to this for quite some time. And now this energy is rethinking its way through and understanding that there is something toxic that had some kind of bad relations going on within the situation. You might even feel like maybe this job, this commitment, relationship, however, has been holding you back on your destiny. And I think that's really what it is. It's something that was holding you back, and you just know it. I could have so much more. I'm holding on to something that just really wasn't changing. It never had growth. It lost its sparkle a long time ago. So really holding on to the faith that you can actually really move past this and having better understanding. And like I said, you might even be keeping it a secret at this time. Maybe you're not telling this person or the, you know, whoever that you are going to be thinking about leaving or moving. Maybe you felt they were possessive. We do have the devil over here. Maybe you felt like you were a little possessive to hold on to something because you didn't want to let go of something because it's just something that I've had forever. We get so comfortable. I didn't want to be out of the comfort zone. Now I realize that, you know what, I was holding on to something that I shouldn't even be here. Mid-month, Hangman, I'm moving. I've got directions, and I'm looking out into the world, and I see that there's other good things out there. You even have the Queen of Cups. You might even have new love coming in. So as you're dropping one relationship, you might have a beautiful new relationship coming in the mid-month. Yeah, that fast. Thank you, Mercury retrograde, for saying, you know what, this is toxic. This does nothing for me, and now I have this new relation. Whether it's a new love, new job, however it is, and you're intuitive enough to look down into that cup and say, wow, I can't believe this cup is that overfilled already. I cannot believe. But I did, though, in some ways, because I was inspired to know in the beginning of the month that I could have so much more. So wherever it's lost its sparkle, you're going to find the sparkle coming back. Rethinking about what your time is worth, what you're worth. Reiterating the energy around you. Learning that you're worth so much more, no matter what the situation is, and that life has so much more to offer. We know that with the Queen of Cups. Something's captivated your heart. Moving forward, I've got this. Judgment, giving yourself a second chance. Giving yourself the time to say, you know what, this is the best judgment call that I've made in a long time. Making that judgment call to say, life is not over. I'm giving myself the second chance. Moving on and holding tight to whatever new decisions that you're making. Holding tight to whatever the new is that's coming through. Whatever dream that you're embracing, whatever new love you might be embracing, and you're learning that this is where life really is never really over. It's just a new chapter. And this brings in the blessings in the cycle change. There it is. The new chapter of the cycle change. Knowing that things are unfolding around you and bringing new things to the surface. Maybe even the circle. But I really want to say surface. If I could just get it out. With the Magician over here. Yeah, because this is kind of the things that you've been kind of looking at, manifesting, waiting for the magic to happen, knowing that, you know what, this does feel more magical. And it kind of does feel magical too, because it's almost like as soon as you get those thoughts and you get moving, it kind of just opens up right away. And it's going to make you want to find something more and more and more with the Magician. Wanting more. Because you're not going to feel like you're limited. The more that you learn about what you're doing, you're going to feel like there are no limitations to what I want for my destiny and my soul. Like I said, I think a lot of you are keeping it a little more secret, though. I think each step that you're doing, I think, is kind of more kept to yourself. And you're just kind of doing a step-by-step program over here. See you later, whatever you are. Whatever this commitment is, and whoever that is, whatever that is, see you later. Then it opens up this, and then you take this, but I ain't saying nothing. There is no swords over here. There is no talking, guys. I don't really, if you, like I said, if you are talking to one person or something, it is not bringing it up that you're chatting about this situation to the whole world. You see what I'm saying? Just because it doesn't have swords doesn't mean you're 100% shelled up not saying anything. What it's saying is it's not enough people in the world that I am just sitting over here and you know what? I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to... No, you're not. You're keeping it pretty close-knit to your circle. Maybe that's where the circle is too, right? The circle of friends. The circle. Because there's definitely not one of those things where I'm just spreading it all over the world. Definitely not spreading my dirty laundry, right? Gossiping of what I want and what I'm going to do. Okay, guys, let's see. My allergies are acting up. Okay, so here we go. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, see, I'm not sharing with the world. My God, I just said that. I mean, is this card even really... I'm not sharing with the world. I just said that. Okay, I'll pull another card for that. That's crazy because it's almost like it was like saying, yeah, they're not sharing it with the whole world. You're absolutely right. They're not sharing it with everybody. They're keeping it to themselves. I have a second chance, but you ain't going to know it. You don't know what I'm doing. Let's just keep these together over here. That is funny, though. I do it again. Because it's almost like it was just telling me, yeah, you're right. Okay, hold on. End of the month. Well, that was unexpected. End of the month. Yes, Wheel of Fortune. We're just going to keep these over here. Look, if they want to tell us again, there's other cards that can tell us the same thing again. Wheel of Fortune, yes. Because now your luck is changing around. Your unexpected desires are actually starting to come to the surface 100 now. And you actually changed the energy and changed everything. And it shows the determination at the end of the month that now you're really moving places, doing what you want, right? And really showing the blessings again with the sun. Like 100, right? So definitely wanting to take this on. Saying this is where it is and this is how it's going to be. And you know what? That's how it has to be. And if it's not going to be that way, then I don't want it. But you know what? It's already happening. Rejections might have caused an issue in the past, but you're not going to see that right now. We don't see that. Ooh, wait, what? There's no boundaries. There's no you taking, any challenges. The challenge that you're taking is already in it's already in its little, it's already got the chariot going. Let's put it that way. Okay. Yeah, you're, going backwards. There's no reason to go backwards. I just said that. There's no reason to go backwards because there's no rejection. So the only thing you need to really do at this time is not worry about what was going on in the past so much. Just continue to keep moving forward with the Hermit so that way you can continue to light those light bulbs off because the limits have already been set. There's no reason for, like I said, for you to make boundaries or, have low self of expectations. Just be, productive as you can and continue to keep moving forward as much as possible. This is production. I'm moving. I got this. You know what? And it doesn't mean that it's going to come overnight. At the end, whatever the next piece is, doesn't mean it's going to come, It just means that, I'm expecting what this is going to happen, but I'm not worried about it so much because last time I had so much worry. Yeah, see? Why do you want internal conflict? Yeah. Now, it could be also that you have this other person who maybe you left behind in the past over here. Maybe they want to come back and have a little conflict with you, and they want you to return to the past ideas. They want you to take them back. They want to have a conversation with you. They're trying to bring up their self-confidence enough to want to come and talk to you about this and really want to direct their frustration towards you through conversation. You know, it's crazy. This is really the only 100% conversation I've really seen. So the conversation that's kind of going on here, we kind of see it as being directed as, you know, kind of them trying to strike an impact with you, right? They want some kind of major change within their, you know, within the circle of friends or the community or however, which is crazy because I see, like, you know, you have the sun over here. We're talking family, communities, things of this nature. And then it says your local neighborhood. You know what I mean? So it might even be your neighbor. You're like, I'm tired of you. I'm moving. But definitely when you see the family over here with the sun, we're talking about people who are within a circle. And discovering that something this new, you know, and that pretty much they, are discovering something new. Yeah, something new that you are changing. You have the expansion, that you have become the emperor and that you're not putting up with this anymore, right? So they just kind of want to come back and kind of give you the passion that you really, you know, that they really want. And it's all about, guys, all of a sudden, don't you feel like it just became, oh, get the sun over here. Maybe you're dealing with Leo. But don't you just feel like all of a sudden it became the me syndrome? It's like you're doing everything for yourself. You're striking up everything that you need for your life, and then they come back and they want you back, whether it's at the job or as a coworker, but it's all of a sudden became, well, what about me? And what about me? And what about me? And it just feels like, hey, well, wait a minute. I was doing this for myself because it's good for me, and you became very selfish about where I need to be. How did all of a sudden this become, you know, all about you? And you really see that. I mean, come on, guys. Striking up a situation of them being out in the cold, using the passion, having a little bit of manipulation to the situation, trying to cause conflict about what their wishes and expansions are. Where the hell did they come from? But the reason Spirit's bringing it up is because they don't want you to go backwards into a different energy. That's the only reason it's here. Is because they don't want this conflict with them to get you in your head when you're so determined to continue to keep going on for your destiny, your goals, and what you're involved in. They want you to stay, you know, motivated into what you know you can have. You have the freedoms and the flexibility at this time to do exactly what you need to do. But the discussions that they want to do is change that energy for themselves. And that's going to, you know, it's going to try to want to throw you off the alignment that you're on. And we don't want to see that, right? So we don't want to have any kind of rocky starts because it's showing the rocky start in the very beginning of the month, but yet it inspired you to say, hey, look what I learned. I learned something about myself. I learned something about my commitments and about my relationships, what has to do with my destiny. And maybe that's the whole reason you knew. You know, some of you, maybe you know this. You know what, if I tell them this and that, they're going to freak out. So I have to keep it secret to myself. I don't want them to find out. Because maybe you have gossiping somebody over here, and they'll tell them, and you know what I mean? And I was trying to maybe for some of you, you're trying to stay away from that, keeping everything as harmonious as possible. That could be a huge possibility. And that even makes me wonder if that's even true. You knew that if they knew exactly what you were thinking and what you're exactly doing, maybe they would go into a selfish mode. Maybe they even have a little bit of codependency issues. Could be a huge possibility. And maybe that's also what holds you back in your life, is because you're always having to deal with them. Or the fear, you know, you have the fear. Maybe the fear of, you know, something within the relationship. Okay. So take that how it resonates. And until next time, my friends, peace and love. Bye-bye.